Well, I can think of a lot of funny things that happened while guiding, but one that I can actually disclose to the public would be I was fishing the Rogue one day with one client, and I had anchored my boat in, shallow water on a kind of a ledge rock, and I apparently didn't have enough anchor rope out, so I'm down working with my dude, and I look upstream as this gust of wind comes, and my boat blows out into the middle of the Rogue River. And so I run up there in a panic as my boat is way out of wading reach, run back down, grab a spey rod, run back up, and by this time the boat's pushing 90 feet, and I start hucking casts at the boat, and I finally hook one of the oars, and I'm pulling and pulling, the line breaks, and there goes my boat. So now we're totally hosed. I grab my dude, we run up the hill to this house because we got to catch this boat before it gets to the bridge that's about 1.5 miles downriver. So we run up to this house, bang on the door, this lady answers, I tell her the story. She said, well, I can't help you, I'm going to work, but let me grab my dad. So it felt like an hour, but finally he showed up at the door, and the guy had to have been 85, and he shuffles up to the door, and I tell him the story. He says, well, okay, I gotta find my slippers. So he comes back finally in his slippers, and he goes out to this truck, and we're already in the back of his truck, panicking, and he warms up the truck and goes back in the house. So we're sitting there with the truck running. Finally he comes back out. We drive out his driveway. It was a long drive. We drive out his driveway at like 2 miles per hour, and my dude and I are hysterical. Gets to the end of his driveway, throws his truck in park, and he gets out and he checks his mail. And I'm just like, we are so hosed. Everything's in the boat. Our spey rods, oars are in the water. We are hosed. So we finally get down the road, and he drives like 25 in a 45. And at this point, I know he's just screwing with us. He's thinking, these dumbasses. So we finally get down to the bridge, and there's my boat 100 yards above the bridge on River Right. So we drive around to River Right. I jump out of the back of his truck, scale down these rocks like Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible, get down there, and now my boat is over on River Left. And if it gets past the bridge, we're hosed. I'm ready to swim. There just happened to be these two dudes fishing under the bridge. I said, hey guys, I got beer in the cooler. If you can get my boat somehow, I got beer. They pick up this log that was like 40 feet long, and somehow they got it out far enough, hooked the bull bars, and rescued the boat. And we had some beers.